day, every Monday night here on Dee Love Talk Mondays. I hope everybody is doing well. I thought we'll give you a little bit of a boost with that bit of music as well. And that singer is amazing. It's her new song. It's called Karma, and her name is Elena Zevgara, for whoever is interested in listening to it. It's uplifting, it's dynamic, it's amazing, and it's so suitable for tonight's topic as well. Because it's all about identity. It's all about being the person that you are. And that's, part of my identity is being a singer and dancing and, having a great time and uplifting spirits and making people smile and putting that positivity into them that's really going to help them in their lives, because that's what I was made for, and that's what I created within my type of little world. Tonight's topic is amazing. It's another great love topic. And many times people do this in relationships, and I have to vouch for myself that when I was a lot younger, I did actually lose my identity in a relationship. And it wasn't very good, or it wasn't very healthy for the relationship dynamic. But obviously it taught me a lot of beautiful lessons in order to take with me on my next love journey that I was heading towards, in finding that right person, and being with the right type of person, okay? So it's a real problem that does actually happen in many relationships. You do, along the way, lose the essence, the somewhat sense of belonging to the person that you were to start off with. And you do change dramatically many times. And I guess a lot of things come in, like factors come into a relationship, or things do change along the way in order to change you. But that does not mean they're going to change you entirely in regards to your identity. And I've seen it a lot happening lately as well, because the younger generation in particular, because they've got so many issues at the moment with what's going on around the world as well in regards to mental illness, in regards to psychological problems, in regards to their upbringing. A lot of it has to do with the way that their parents brought them up, or the circumstances that their parents had to deal with when they were bringing them up, okay? And that has a lot to do with the way that we perceive relationships to come in our lives, so in regards to the love dynamic. Eventually, we look at those experiences and we, what do we do exactly? We think that they're our own, okay? So we take self-ownership. All right. And sometimes that pretty much affects us and affects the relationships that we get involved in, because we take on board what our parents had gone through and then had programmed into our minds about specific individuals. And then we take it as our own and we use it in our relationships, which is necessary and it is not healthy. Okay. Like not healthy at all. Okay. A lot of these issues come about through abandonment issues, which is the main culprit, okay? And then we also have other issues where our self-worth is lacking, or our self-love is lacking within ourselves, okay? And then we don't see that self-worth. We don't see, the lacking aspect. We don't see anything within ourselves, okay? And that's where we get involved with people that not necessarily are bad people, but they're not right for us. He's not for you. She's not for you, okay? But because they've conditioned us in a way, this other person, so the partner or whoever it is, to think a specific way that we can't get better or we can't do better or whatever it is, they embed psychological issues into our minds and make us actually believe that we can't get better, okay? It's like when people tell you something and they say that you're a specific way. It doesn't necessarily mean that you are, okay? That's their mindset. That's the way that they're trying to lure you in. That's the way that they're trying to keep you there, okay? If you're in a dysfunctional relationship, if you're in a relationship that is controlling, or somebody is trying to emotionally control you, get out of it right now. Okay, because that person is not for you. That person has got their own issues, okay? And not to say that you don't either, because all of us have our own issues, but they need to work on those issues in order to be with somebody for them. You're not for them. You don't need to be controlled by any person in order to feel that self-worth or self-love. That starts with you. If you don't have the self-worth or the self-love, what happens? You're mirroring exactly that. You're mirroring the lack. It's all about the lack, okay? So we want to mirror what we're worth and what we deserve and what we actually, and who we actually are, which is going back to my point about identity. So that's why I thought tonight we'd talk about this topic, because it's so interesting, okay? Have you ever lost your identity in a relationship? I can answer that question and say, yes, I have. Because for many years, I thought I was something that I was never. Or I was fed all these ideas when I was in my 20s that I was, not pretty enough, or not skinny enough, or not worth it, or not smart enough, or not intelligent enough, And then I took that on board and I embedded the identity of my partner, and I took that with a grain of salt, and pretty much I lost my identity and I lost the person that I was, okay? Because I listened to what he said. And yes, I understand we're young, we haven't reached that fruition perspective, but that's where the learning comes, and these are the lessons. And I guess that we need to let these younger individuals, or individuals in particular, reach out and learn these specific lessons for themselves. But sometimes they need that helping hand. They need us to actually educate them in somewhat way in order to help them, okay? So many years when you're stuck in a controlling relationship, you just think that, you're not worthy. And, the person that you are with, is just like God or whatever you want to like, because you're so blinded by it. Because I should even do a topic actually, is love blind? Because in many cases it is. We don't see beyond the actual veil that is the illusion, okay? Many times that illusion creates a veil over our eyes that we're not able to see, okay? And a lot of the times we're not able to see it till later on the track. So many other people, okay, are able to identify what's going on because they're outsiders. They're not actually going through what you're going through. But because you're so far forward, so stuck in the shit, okay, you're not able to see what's going on around you because you're fixated on this person that you think you're in love with, or, I'm madly in love with the way that he makes me feel and everything that's going on around me and everything's okay. No, that's not good enough. I'm sorry. Okay? The person that you're going to end up with is going to move mountains for you. He's going to be somebody who's going to be passionate. He's going to love you for every bit of you, including that amazing identity of yours. He's going to want to be with you every day and cherish the moments that you have in order to grace this earth with your presence, with the way that you present yourself to the world or to society or to people. He's not going to want to take it away from you. That's not why we're here. We were all created for a specific purpose, and that was to shine bright, and shine bright from not only outer but exterior, from within, in order to express who we are as a person in regards to identity, okay? For you to actually lose your identity, or, for it not to even be existent anymore, who are you really? Are you his handbag? Are you his man bag? Are you her luggage? I'm giving examples here, okay? Who are you in that relationship? Don't you want to be seen for who you actually are, rather than I'm this person's girlfriend or that person's girlfriend and this is how they refer to me, or that's how they refer to me? And in saying that, many times I was quite comfortable as well in my relationship that I'm talking about, especially when I was younger, because I never wanted to be seen. And I was always hiding from the truth of who my true self actually was. I was pretending to be somebody that I wasn't. I was hiding under a specific, I don't even know how to say it, an illusion that wasn't even in subject to what I believed in. And then the one person that did believe in me and that did know that I wasn't only his girlfriend came about because I said no to it. I didn't sit there and say I'm giving up on it and it's okay, they're only going to see me as, this person and my identity is completely gone and it's okay, I can live through what this person wants. No, it's what you want. It's not what they want, okay? It's what they want and it's what you want. That's where communication is a massive part in your life and in your story. If you can't work the 50-50 deal out now, there's no point in even trying, because this person is overriding who you truly are and who you're perceiving to be and who you're supposed to be in your life. You need to grab life, by the strings of life and keep on going for who you are and really stand in your sovereignty and the person that you're supposed to be. And that person came along in my life and tried to tear me down for it. And then years later, tried to come back again and still has recently, which I'm mortified about because I'm like, what for? We always have past lovers that pretty much regret everything that they did for us because they realized that we were the best thing that ever happened to them. We were the one that got away. We were pure perfection because we all are, okay? And we're so special too, all right? And my partner who passed away was able to see that. Hence why he was always pushing me to start What Dee Thinks. All right? He was the one that said, you need to do something. What are you doing? I don't want you working for anyone. Work for yourself. This is you. You need to start getting out there and in the public and telling people what you're all about, your message, how you're trying to create this beautiful business that's going to help people, especially the youngies. They need you. They speak to you. They have a connection with you. Why wouldn't you? Do it. Do it for the team, Desi, because that's what he used to say. Little Desi, because I'm little, even though I'm wearing heels now, but you can't say. Little Desi, But he was the one person that put that perspective in my mind, and he was very intelligent as well. I was very lucky to have that. Even though, yes, it was short-lived, as many of you know, but it was the best thing that happened to me in my life in order for me to see who I could truly be, who the identity was, and who needed to come out into society and be here and just bring out the positivity, and bring out the vibes and create this society that we really deserve. People like that are very hard to find, but they come into our lives for a specific reason, okay? He didn't want me standing in his spotlight because I was never the one to stand in spotlight up until I was on TV for a while as a journalist, and many of you would know that, but I hated it. I didn't want to be in the spotlight. And he's like, you need to get out there. You need to put your message out there. And I'm like, I don't really want to do that. I don't care, because I was a bit like, no. And then up until, obviously, his passing, you know what I said? I said, let's this shit up, right? Because I needed to. I needed to not only create a legacy throughout my identity, but also this legacy here, which is the greatest thing of all. It's the most important thing for me. And it's what I love, and it's who I am. And it's okay to be vulnerable. It's okay not to be okay. It's okay to be the person that you want to be. And you know what? They're either gonna love you for it, or they can lump it. Okay? That's many times I've said it before as well. And throughout life, you do tend to lose yourself along the way sometimes. But there's always forces behind you, higher forces, that are able to lead you. You just have to believe. That's all it's about. And as I said, everybody's journey is different, throughout relationships especially, and they're there to actually teach us many things and many lessons as well. And they're great for our educational basis and for our mindset in order to help us with the foundation that we're about to enter into, okay? So if somebody tries to take that away from you, or says to you, no, you can't do this, or no, you can't do that. Yes, you freaking can do whatever you want to do. Don't let them tell you what you can or you can't do. Don't let them control you. Don't let them belittle you. Don't let them make you feel as though you don't deserve to be that true essence of yourself. Okay? Because that's what you were born with. And that's who you really are. Identity is all about standing in your sovereignty. It's about loving the person that you are, and that perfect person in your life, that relationship that you're going to get into is going to love you 110% fold for it. Okay? They're not going to turn around and try and control you. They're not going to sit there and try and make you lose yourself along the way, or, and many times you can't help it. Because you are so fixated, you are so blinded, you do not know, because you're saying, oh my God, I'm so in love with this person. And, oh, he's the world to me. This is me, right? When I was in stars in my eyes. But it's not about that. It's about the lesson. And that's what I learned. I learned the hardest lesson in my life. And my life hasn't been easy. And I don't want people to feel sorry for me. I want to radiate in this life for people to see me and be proud of the human being that I've become, because I'm an independent, strong, powerful woman. And so many of you ladies out there just rock it. Men included. You guys too. Because you're not worth to be behind somebody's spotlight. You have to be in the spotlight. You've got to be there for people to see. You've got to be there for people to understand and really know who you are, because that's what identity is about. It's the most beautiful thing in the world. Please take my advice and be you, and don't let them push you or make you lose that essence within you that is so beautiful, and don't let them change you for anything. Because you're so beautiful in your own way. They want to change you, they can go change themselves. If you want to change yourself, you'll change yourself. You don't need them to do it for you, right? Exactly. Right. Thank you again for joining me tonight on another fabulous Dee Love Talk Mondays. I love you so much. Thank you again for all the love and support we consistently receive week in, week out. There are heaps of topics that have been coming in regards to love as well. I am sorry I have not gotten to all of them that I'm sifting through. They're amazing. They're so uncanny, and I think they're going to be sensational as well. I'm very excited about tonight's Dee Talk Live, because it was another topic that came up on the weekend, which is fantastic. Also, for those of you who don't know, and I'm not sure if you've actually seen the previous video, there was a massive announcement that we had for the What Dee Thinks brand. I will be on TV next year for a charity, for Charity TV Global. The show is called Adventure All Stars. I am raising much needed funds for Bully Zero, which is a cause that is quite close to my heart. As you guys know, I get very protective with things like that. Please donate to this beautiful cause. The What Dee Thinks actual target is $10,000. We want to get there as soon as possible. Please back us up. Please be behind us. I love you all so much. The donation link is under the subject matter of today's Dee Love Talk Mondays. Also on Instagram, if you wanted to donate, we have it right up the top of where our profile is. So please donate. Please back us up with the support. We really, really need it. We love you guys so much. As always, I'm sending you so much love, so much light. I hope you guys have an amazing evening, and I will see you again on Thursday for Dee Talk Live. I love you all so much, so much, so much. I'm going to go and start dancing again. Love you so much. Dee is out. Bye, everybody. Have an amazing evening. See ya. Bye.